Turning to Rahul Gandhi, who's now resurgent and he's been on the onslaught in the parliament against the government on various issues. His reference to a Sood Boot Ki Sarkar. Now, do you think he's building up momentum against his government into a pro-farmer versus anti-corporate, position, where you bring the two groups in conflict with each other and score political points? How is it? How would you react to this?
First thing, I completely welcome a strong opposition which goes into the details and questions the government on merits. I completely welcome it. And if Mr. Rahul Gandhi wants to do that, certainly, why not? He's the president of his party, let him do it. But more than once, after his coming back from his 56-day vacation, much to my disappointment, I find him treading on very fragile ground. His criticism on the Amethi food park, which is the recent, completely reveals that he comes unprepared. I wish he comes prepared. I wish his criticisms are a lot more substantive so that the government can take it seriously and through answering him, answer the people of India. The food park, after 6 times being given extra time, was denied even during the UPA government. 6 extensions were given, post which they were found unfit and they had to be rejected even by their own government. And on record, both in the House of the Parliament and also outside, there is nothing to say that Mr. Gandhi was interested in restoring the food park during his government's time. How come he remembers it after his 56 days vacation? And I don't mind if he remembers it now, but provided he speaks with facts in his hands. No, this time it was an utter absence of truth and claims based on such arguments which were defeated by his own government. So I feel completely let down. He's not speaking with facts in his hands. So that is one example. Second, on the land bill, I wish Rahul Gandhi reads Jairam Ramesh's interview in 2013 given to your group, magazine Frontline, where he interestingly uses the expression realpolitik. Using that expression, Jairam goes ahead to say, for the sake of realpolitik, he did not do a lot of things. For the sake of realpolitik, he had kept those 13 legislations out of the purview of relief and rehabilitation. In giving farmers a certain kind of relief and also compensatory money and also adequate, more than adequate compensation, he had kept 13 legislations out, through which actually land has to be acquired for public purpose, whether for irrigation, whether for thermal power, nuclear power, whatever power. And if you've kept that out for the sake of realpolitik, which is what his Frontline interview, sometime September 2013, if I remember the dates correct. And if Jairam Ramesh justified keeping them out for the sake of realpolitik, and on being further asked, he says, yeah, that is the irony or something of that kind, to say for the developmental purposes he is unable to do it because he's got elections to come and so on. Today we have not even given those excuses. We have brought those 13 legislations into the gambit of this Qanun. We've also ensured that the farmers, even under those 13 which he exempted, whereby no farmer would have got any compensation if land were to be acquired under those 13, we have brought in those 13 also to mean that farmers will benefit by 4 times more compensation. And that is why I repeatedly ask anyone who speaks on pro-farmer, anti-farmer legislation related arguments, look at the 9 amendments that we brought in, one by one, clause by clause, and tell me which specific one is anti-farmer. I concede them. Until today, not one has been able to say, here we go, this particular clause goes against the farmer's interest and therefore you anti-farmer. No, not one. But this propaganda continues. Whilst on the contrary, It is the Congress, thanks to that interview of Frontline, I repeat, has done everything that which they are accusing us of now, and we have not done it.